Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Happy Monday to you guys.
Happy Monday and welcome back. Special thanks to Jay Maddie for holding it down on Friday.
We were so sick.
But he did a fabulous job.
That's right.
Oh my goodness, we have.
But this is the best I felt in 5 days.
Me too.
Yeah. So I'm happy to be back with you guys. Hope you had a great weekend as well. I hope you're looking forward to this week here. This is going to be hot. This week is going to be hot.
Hot is in sun?
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be in the 90s.
90s, finally the 90s.
Yesterday it was like 97 here in our city.
97?
Yeah.
Or 87?
No, 97. Yesterday.
I didn't even know. I didn't go outside anywhere.
I tried to get your butt
Nope.
outside. I tried to get her outside yesterday and she didn't go.
I had to stay inside.
Even this morning when I went out to put some sunshine on my face, the sun felt very warm this morning. So it's going to be in the mid 90s, low 90s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this calendar week in Charlotte, North Carolina.
What happens on Thursday?
Thursday's going to drop down a little bit.
Good morning, Osama.
Osama Rock, good morning, man. How you doing? Hope you had a great weekend.
Great weekend.
We recuperated this weekend.
Not we. He didn't spend nearly enough time getting the rest that he needs.
You kidding me? You don't think I spent enough time to get rest?
You pressed and tried to persevere, and I really felt like rest was more necessary. Hey, Eric Hiley, good morning.
Brother Eric Hiley. No, I did work.
You did?
This weekend, but I did rest a lot too.
You didn't rest enough.
Oh, wow.
It was almost as if you felt so guilty about the rest that you needed that it inadvertently were making me feel guilty about taking the rest that I needed.
I didn't mean to make you feel guilty.
I had to ignore you. I had to actually get mad with you in order to say, I'm staying right here to bed or whatever.
That's not what I intended.
I know, but
Brother Eric.
Thank you.
He said, right. Good morning. He goes, man, you gotta get some. You have to get some rest. I thought I was resting.
You were resting, but you were not resting.
But you're right. Like Friday came. Well, I was way too sick to come on here Friday, so I stayed in bed. But I felt the pull to do some stuff. So even though this is gonna sound terrible, I couldn't really work. Okay, I was sick. I was drained. I was weak. But I pulled a little coffee table over to the side of my bed and I put my laptop on it. Started writing and doing some stuff. Then I felt better doing some work. Moving. Thinking.
Sometimes your whole job is to recuperate.
That is good counsel, but it's so much easier to give than accept that counsel for some people. For example, we have a friend who was very, very sick, and he felt guilty about not providing for his family. He was really, really sick. And I remember having so many conversations with him, like, brother, your job now is to recuperate. Your job is to heal. That's what I kept saying to him. He goes, yeah, man, but I'm not making any money. I know, man, but your family needs for you to heal now. You can't be thinking about that. And he had a difficult time accepting that counsel too. But here we are. Jay Mattier, we've already mentioned you once. I'll say it again.
Once again.
Thank you. Jay Mattier, not only did he substitute for us here on Friday and held it down magnificently.
For real.
He also does the same thing in the men's group.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the men's group, we're meeting tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Men stands for Male Empowerment Network. We meet virtually. Mm-hmm. And this one, we're going to have a topic that we haven't had in a while. We always open up the floor. We always introduce ourselves. We always talk about whatever's on somebody's chest. But tomorrow, we're going to talk about our health. We're going to talk about our health as men. And I'm looking for input from folks. And I've even reached out to talked to a dude last night, Jay. He's going to come in here. Brother Eric Halleck says,
hotel, order room service, and just chill with Hawaii.
And before that, he says,
Like, put down the phone and leave the computer alone. Just relax. Take a staycation and take some quality time with your wife.
Well, I love spending time with my wife, but that right there, Brother Eric, tell someone to put down the phone and leave the computer alone and just relax. That's one thing, but if they don't know how to just relax, if they don't know how to leave someone has to teach them how to do it. That's like all you gotta do is believe in yourself. Well, if they've never believed in themselves before, someone has to teach them how to believe in themselves.
That's interesting. It's also interesting because it's true. Unfortunately, like even for us together. No, I don't know if I want to share this because it doesn't sound good now that I hear it in my head. But it's so difficult to just enjoy our time together without integrating some business or some work into
It's
it.
difficult. Sometimes I even try to not bring up anything business.
I wasn't finished my thought. So it's because because unfortunately sometimes I don't feel like I even get the engagement or the energy that I appreciate the most from my husband unless I'm talking about something that he wants to talk about, usually business.
You thought?
Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's still Monday. Yes. Motivational Monday.
Motivational Monday. And my wife and I were talking about this morning. We was talking about this concept of re-emerging or just emerge. Emerge. And I'm going to look it up in the dictionary to see what they say the word means. But I want you guys to think about what you think it means.
So, from what I was thinking about when I offered the example of the topic, was simply coming back, right? Coming back into whatever it is that you had to leave for whatever reason, whether it was leaving the workforce for a moment, leaving your business, leaving your life because you had to heal, whatever thing it is. There's got to be there's got to be a way to jumpstart it without without feeling like you have to do everything at once. Eric says, my wife and I have fallen into the same issue that I end up talking about business with her and nothing and not anything else.
Because you and I had this thing happen a couple of weeks ago, baby, where we were in our office together, and then we were going to the bedroom to do something else, but we were like walking right with each other. Okay, you was there and I was there, and then you made the comment, "We're around each other all the time." You remember that? Mm-hmm. Because we are, and because when you work together and live together and have offices in the same space and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I wasn't saying it. As a matter of fact, I was quipping about it because we just entered and re-entered one space, another space, and we took the conversation and continued it. There are lulls and peaks and valleys and whatever. And again, I appreciate the thought, Eric, but it will still turn into a business meeting, even at the hotel. We've done it. And it's not a negative thing. It's just an observation. It's just an observation.
I looked up the dictionary definition of the word emerge. Now, my wife and I, we both are wordsmiths, and very often the dictionary let us have, because they might have what they say it is, but we know how it's applied in the real world. But this definition I really like. I looked up the word emerge. Emerge. And the dictionary defines that word. It's an intransitive verb. But the word means to become manifest. Emerge means to become manifest or become known. How about that? That changed the perspective I had of the word emerge. To become known is a part of emerging and become manifest. And the second definition is to rise from or as if from an enveloping fluid. Okay. Come out into
like
view.
Emerging from the water.
Yeah, come out into view. Number three is to rise from an obscure or inferior position or condition. To rise from an obscure or inferior position, coming out of the ghetto. Okay. And number four, to come into being through evolution. All of those I really, really like.
Amen, amen, amen. Eric said, leave the computer at home,
That's
the
what we have to do.
iPads, and turn the phone off.
That's what we'd have to do. We'd have to leave them home and turn the phone off.
And keep each other accountable.
That's good counsel.
Good morning, Jacqueline.
Sister Jacqueline Rosie, hey, I'm so happy to see you. You are like sunshine to me this morning. What has she got to say?
She says, Arizona morning, everyone. It's 6 a.m. Glad to see you guys here. Here I come, Brian. You know the brain is an organ and needs to recover more than the body because it is the command center for the entire body.
Okay.
The body only rests and recovers properly and completely when you unplug and rest, especially when you sleep. My 50 years as a holistic wellness coach and counselor recovered from heart failure so well because I taught my body and mind to be still. Love you both. Sending you both healing hugs. Thank you.
Now that is good counsel, and I can accept the good counsel. I love how she taught me something right there too. That when she said the body only rests and recover properly. Before that, she says
that's the whole thing.
The brain is an organ and needs to recover more than the body because it is the command center for the entire body. The brain is an organ and needs to recover more than the body. Now it makes sense when when I first every year in school season when school starts, track practice starts, the first couple of track sessions, I am whipped and sore as heck. But you just keep going because it takes longer to recover though. Brother Calvert said, wait a minute. Eric says,
it can be scary to work, and work.
Trying to achieve, but seemingly not experiencing the award. But when you look around and see your friend leaving the earth, it can be a wake up call. So take a breath and enjoy the blessing of life. Thank you, Brother Eric. I feel you. He put some heart in that message. Brother Calvert Ackland says,
when you're doing what you love together, it's hard to keep it up.
Yeah.
And it is sometimes.
It is hard. But we've always had this question about us too. And I thought I always had the great answer, because people would ask us all the time. I bet you get this question too. How do you be around your wife so much? How do you work and live with her so much and still get along? How can you do it? And my retort was always, I don't look at it as if I'm working with my wife. I look at it as if I'm working with my best friend. That's how I saw it. So I like the topic today. Emerge. I like where you guys are going because Lisa and I we had to take some time down because maybe as Sister Jacqueline was suggesting, I needed to make my brain rest so that my body could recover. I wish you had told me that last week, Sister Jacqueline, because I believe everything you say.
I had some relations while I was
resting. You had some relations?
Revelations.
She said she had some relations. No, I don't have relations. Ain't nothing wrong with relations. Relations wonderful. When I was young man take me out, give me some flowers and candy, show me a little evening. I would take him home and give him the hot, lovely relations. Relations is wonderful. No, Mama Clump. That's who that was.
Not relations. So what I have been dealing with, like figuring out. Yes, baby.
Are you and Sherman having relations?
I'm not going with you. Amen. So understand that even dealing with life, because I think somebody said in the stream, life be lifing, right? I think they said life be lifing, but there's a lot going on at the same time. There's a lot of different things going on at the same time. We're not just entrepreneurs. We're not just husband and wife. We're not just talk show hosts. We're not just a publisher. We're not just a sales coach. We're not just speakers. We're not just trainers. We're not just any of the one things. And it's not as if there is a lane or a line that you can say, stop doing all these things, stop doing all these things. No, I don't think that that's the answer. Because all of them bring me their individual joy to complement each other in who it is that I am.
And we are. We have built a dynamic life like that. You just called me the sales coach. I've been a sales confidence coach for a long time, but I'm emerging from that. I'm not because I've been writing, Brother Eric and Brother Jab, been writing about, and I gave a talk not that long ago about the history of sales in this country. About how salespeople used to be called drummers because they would go from town to town and bang a drum and sell whatever they had in their wagon. The history of sales, about how sales changed around 1900 when we went from an agricultural country to an industrial age, and how they could make so much money in the railroads and all that stuff. I'm a sales historian and I'm a sales philosopher, and I am still a sales confidence expert. But I'm a sales historian. No one has studied the great salespeople throughout history like me. I always read everything about, even all these great entrepreneurial stories that you read. The story about how John Henry Johnson founded Ebony Magazine and Jet Magazine and the Negro Digest before that. Yeah, that's a great story as an entrepreneur, but that's a story of a salesperson. The story of North Carolina Mutual Life Insurance Company. Those four guys that founded this life insurance company, this black-owned life insurance company that kind of built the city of Durham, North Carolina. Yeah, those guys were entrepreneurs, but they were salespeople that built that organization. Sales. Mary Kay Ash is a beautiful, beautiful, amazing entrepreneur, but she was a salesperson. And Mary Kay was also a great organizer. She was. I love Mary Kay Ash's story because she had an old fashioned husband.
Hey, Dr. Deborah.
And she had children, and her husband let her know, look, you can build your business, but you still got to be a wife to me, and you still got to be a mother to those children. So you got to figure it out. So she started. I love this story. What she called the 5 a.m. Club. The 5 a.m. club, Mary Kay started her business. And she was the only member of the club. But she would get up at 5 a.m. to have her club meeting to build her business before the kids got up, before her husband got up, and build her business at 5 a.m. so that when they did wake up, when they did emerge, the word of the day is emerge. And who can use the word of the day in the comments? You get extra points. The word of the day is emerge. But all these stories are great salespeople. Entrepreneurial stories are great salespeople stories. So I study the history. So I consider myself a sales historian, a sales philosopher. I've been doing it long enough to wax poetic, not only about the way sales used to be made. You getting hot?
Yes.
Personal summer?
I don't know what that is.
Well, I want you to relax, baby, because a lot of women have had that effect when I sit next to them for too long. The heat that comes off of me, and how about it? A lot of times heat does come off of me. We can go to an event. I have my arm around her all the time. We go to events. But if I take my arm down, she's like, put your arm back. I was warm there. So I put my arm back. Okay. Dr. Deborah Dunst, did you see the picture of her and her sister?
Yeah.
They had an event, and they both showed up at the event looking stunning. They looked great.
Man, Jay said, baby, you should retreat from each other for a weekend.
Oh, wow.
In 11 years, we've been apart a total of 2 weekends. Or three weekends.
Okay. What was going on in those weekends? Do you recall?
Actually, it was only 2.
Both of them when you left me.
No, you left me for Florida, and you left me for New Orleans.
I did, but that wasn't the weekend. But I did leave her for 3 days in New Orleans. I was in New Orleans for 3 days. But when I left for Florida and for New Orleans for those 3 days each time, they both were work trips.
Yeah, so were mine.
Okay.
So I left for Virginia.
And Jamaica? Barbados. No, it wasn't.
Jamaica. Barbados was before.
So we had 4 weekends apart. Yep. 3 days apart each time.
Yep.
In 11 years.
11 years.
So I didn't even consider taking a retreat from Lisa.
And I don't really want to. I didn't really enjoy it.
And I needed her when I was. I promise you, every weekend every time I had to leave,
but I didn't enjoy it.
Every time I had to leave without her and be gone for more than a day or 2 days, I was like, oh God, this would be so much better, so much easier if my baby was with me. Okay. Good morning, Doctor.
Sometimes I even think about maybe, it might
also went to the women's retreat last year.
That's what I'm talking about.
In Maryland, yeah.
Oh, and I drove that time. Wow. Yeah. But I left him for Florida. Oh, that's right. So that's the 3rd time I left him for Florida. I went to Florida to visit my mother.
That's right. Thank you, Jay. So 5 times we spent more than a couple of days apart.
Amen. Dr. Deborah says, when Eunice Kennedy Shiver convinced her family that her vision of bringing together children with varying abilities to play in a safe environment was a good idea, she was a salesperson, and thus Special Olympics was born.
Love the story. I collect these kind of stories. Thank you, Dr. Deborah, for that. She had to sell her whole way through that. And because she was willing to go through that, the Special Olympics were born. Thank you for that. Her name is Eunice something Shriver. Eunice Kennedy Shriver. Thank you very much. Here, take that back, baby.
Dr. Deborah, Sister Jacqueline says, Dr. Lisa, I see you fanning. Are you out of PSC? You can get more for free. I have a proposal. We need to talk.
What's PSC?
I can't remember what the acronym stands for. But, Jay says that's the point. You have to do something uncomfortable to become comfortable.
Hey, Brother Jay.
Sometimes.
We got some wise people in here today. Jay's bringing the wisdom. Sister Jacqueline bringing the wisdom. Brother Eric Honick bringing the wisdom. Thank you all for bringing y'all special brand of wisdom. Today's topic is still emerge. And we always talk about, and it's Motivation Monday. So if you have a motivational word that you want to share, please, 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 we'd love for you to please post it. If you have a motivational thought, please post it. We'll read it aloud.
And how does emerge sit with you? How would you use it in your life?
I'm liking that word. I might.
So ultimately, when I was thinking about, just pondering on the suggestion of spending time apart, I really think that we haven't spent any time together without working. And it's almost like maybe that's okay. But sometimes,
But even like we need a beach
purpose. I take need purpose. You're very, very cute, very close. Don't get jacked up. Jacqueline said PSC is a secret for now, Brian.
Okay, that's fine. I don't have to know everything,
Eunice Kennedy Shriver is the sister of Bobby and John Kennedy. I had the pleasure of working under her at Special Olympics.
Thank you for bringing that up.
It is down, maybe.
The Kennedys. The Kennedys. Now they came from money. What's his name? The guy who wrote Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. We met him many times.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of
it. I don't need to say his name, though.
You need to say his name?
Yes. The guy who wrote Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. And I can see him. I've got pictures with the guy.
He told you to stop eating chicken.
He told me to stop eating fried chicken.
I told him personally.
And he's a New York Giants fan. Oh, my gosh.
I can't think of his name.
But anyway, he tells us.
Begin with a G.
No. Dennis Kimbrough. Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. Okay. Mm-hmm. But he tells a story. He had a chance to intern with Robert Kennedy for a summer. And he said, working around the Kennedys and see how they work, that family was totally unfamiliar with the concept of anything that couldn't be done. Okay. He gave him this one time. He says, I need you to get Senator Udall on the phone for me. Robert Kennedy wanted Dennis Kimbrough to get Senator Udall on the phone for him because he wanted to talk to him. So he tried to get Senator Udall on the phone, and Udall was whitewater rafting that day. So he says, he's whitewater rafting. He's not available. I don't care what he's doing. Get him on the phone, okay? So he was like thinking, and he was so frustrated because he couldn't figure out how to get this guy on the phone and how to get his boss to understand
he's not
available. And then Robert Kennedy hit him with this line: look, that whitewater raft is not going to be going down all day. Whenever it lands, I want a phone in Udall's hand, okay? Because the concept
is not an answer.
Right. And he said he got a chance to see that all the time with the whole family. Mm-hmm. The idea of something is impossible to do or couldn't get that. They didn't have none of that. They had none of that.
Uzama says as decentralized finance grows, new business models and payment systems continue to emerge around Bitcoin, reshaping the digital economy.
Y'all know this brother Uzama's consistent. He's teaching.
Absolutely.
He's teaching. He's teaching us consistently. He's dropping these nuggets. You know, he's dropping nuggets around Bitcoin, and the education around Bitcoin. And he don't force it in your face now, but he's definitely going to keep it going. I love it. I love you for it, brother Uzama. But even that thought, just remembering the story of Kimbrough, it's in the book actually. This is where I read the story about the concept of nothing is impossible. I can get it done. Okay, please. What do you mean it can't be done?
It can't be done at this second or this way, but it's gonna get done.
That the defeatist, not possible. They didn't have any of that in them, and amazingly, they accomplished a lot.
Absolutely.
Because you can get a lot done when you believe that you can. What did I just say? You can get a lot done when you believe that you can. So
today we're going to get out of a few minutes. We have got to. I really wish I could just open all the windows and change the bed sheets and do all of those things and spray the house like grandma used to do back in the day. Rise up the windows, let the air in, bleach smell going, ammonia in the kitchen, pine sol in the bathroom. There was all kind of cleanup smells in the house. But
why can't we do that? We got Lysol in the house. That's awesome.
Yeah, we have Lysol spray. We don't have the same kind of stuff that she had.
Okay.
But not to mention that is not what I do. No.
Okay.
The housekeeper doesn't come for another week. So we have to do some tidying.
Last night I did the dishes because my wife was too sick to do them. And this morning she came downstairs and said, "You clean the sink?" And I said, "No."
Jacqueline says my emerge story is Brittany Thomas and I at the Special Olympics in North Carolina. Okay. I was able to create an introductory letter for Brittany, and now she is connected directly with the director of the Special Olympics in North Carolina. She will be able to sell her books and possibly become a speaker. So excited for her. So am I.
Sister Jacqueline, you are a treasure. A lot of you guys know Brittany Thomas. We met when she was 26, something like that. Yeah. She has cerebral palsy. She's in a wheelchair. But my wife has published two books for her.
A Little Blessed Life with Cerebral Palsy and Don't Let the Wheelchair Fool Ya.
And my wife has also helped Brittany start a business of her own that actually funds a lot of Brittany's stuff. Okay. Brittany's Beads and Bows. Brittany's Beads and Books. So she has a business now when we met her. And to hear Sister Jacqueline saying she was able to write an introductory letter to connect Brittany with the director of in North Carolina is amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Paying it forward, man.
Amen.
I know, baby. I'm sorry.
You don't know what.
I mean, the impact of sitting next to me for so long, that's what happens. That's what happens. We are going to get out of the house today. I wish we could have gone directly from here, but I do have an opportunity to serve a client at 10:30, so that's not going to give us much time when we get out of here to go. But after that, we can bounce, okay? Unless you want to leave me again. Emerge. Monday motivation. Sister Jacqueline, I love the story. Thank you, Dr. Deborah, for sharing that story as well about Miss Shriver. I should have known Shriver was with the Kennedys. Nephew.
Hey, nephew.
Byron McDougal, also known as DJ B1. He goes, Auntie hair looking super nice.
Thank you.
We love DJ B1. We've had him for several of our events here in Charlotte.
I saw a post from Byron that had me cracking up. And I'm going to tell you, I wish more people was bold enough to say that. Let me tell you something. Just because my peeps got a rate for me, that don't mean that rate conveys.
Right.
And it is none of my business to be in his business. And when I refer him, I don't refer him with my rate. I refer him because of his talent, period. And honey, he got to the truth with that. Because not only are you not going to be able to convey your rate to the other person, but you just messed up your rate.
Yeah. Well, we never would tell anyone's race. I know
No,
either.
no.
I know my wife wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that to anybody because you never know why someone is compelled to give someone a gratuity or grace for their rate or whatever. That is none of your.
Oh yeah, I was hot.
He was hot, and I was hot for him. I was ready to go. Like, who do I need to beat up, nephew? Because that was crazy.
So friends. That's not a very friendly thing.
It's not a friendly thing to do.
Tell someone that did a service to you, whatever service it is.
And if they gave you a gratuitous rate,
the rate that's not nice.
No.
Okay.
It's not.
Because you make it impossible for them to charge more later.
Absolutely. It's nobody's
Don't business. Tell it. Don't post it. None of that. Okay.
No, that's ridiculous.
He said your hair is looking super nice.
Thank you, darling. But he said, yeah, I was hot. And he was hot, and it showed. But you were still respectful. I wanted to be madder for you because he was still professional.
Last Wednesday night, we were sick then, but we still went out to the comedy club last Wednesday night. And I posted a picture of us at the comedy club. I was talking about how going out on Wednesday night was baller, having a comedy club, and Byron got on there and goes, "Y'all two are out at night? What?" Like that.
7 is the latest we want to go out. Okay, 7 is the latest that we want to go out. We might come back at 9 or 10. 10 is a late. 10 might as well be midnight. But he goes on to say, I definitely declined their offer, and now they look bad. Well, good, they should. Dr. Deborah says, in these last few weeks, my calling and my talents joined together, and I have emerged as the premier nonprofit partner, funding strategist, and workshop facilitator. I now seek partners in doing community work to fulfill the call of Matthew 25, serving the least.
Go back to her. I want to highlight stuff here. I want to read it slow. She says, her calling and her talents have joined together, and she has came up as the premier nonprofit partner, funding strategist, and workshop facilitator. And I now seek partners in doing community work to fulfill the call of Matthew 25, serving the least of these. That's a new title.
Amen.
It's a new role. It's a new robe. She's wearing a new robe.
Premier nonprofit
partner. The premier nonprofit partner and workshop facilitator and something else in there. Thank you. Byron McDougal says,
I hit backspace way too many times. I'm sure you had to erase a couple of different thoughts as
Miss Phyllis, good morning to you. How you doing, Miss Phyllis? She says, good day.
Good day, Miss Phyllis. And Sister Jacqueline says, yes, Brittany is so excited about what Dr. Lisa and Dr. Deborah support and hands in her being, able to emerge into a fantastic life with her books, nonprofit, and more. Blessed indeed, all because we are all connected
to the Empowerment Dual family community.
Amen.
That is a beautiful highlight of the connection of this community.
Absolutely.
Brittany, Jacqueline, Dr. Deborah, all supporting Brittany doing her thing.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's beautiful. Absolutely. And they would not have connected at all had it not been for this circle.
And we're grateful. We are grateful.
We are. I promise you, we're super grateful for any role we play in anybody's advancement of anything. We're grateful for that.
Absolutely. Now, while this podcast is primarily national and international, we do have a footprint here in Charlotte, North Carolina, specifically in the Concord Mills area. On Thursdays at 1 p.m., we meet at the Panera Bread on Concord Mills Boulevard. And
it's called the Business.
Right. And we encourage, absolutely, we encourage businesses, networking, we encourage authors, we encourage individuals looking to expand, grow, and emerge. To join us at the Business Spotlight this Thursday at 1 p.m. And every Thursday, we're there
every
weekly.
Thursday at 1 p.m. Byron's just had me asking questions. Do y'all do your events live as well? Now, you've been a part of a lot of things that we've done. We've done a dozen author showcases, but this is our weekly in-person networking and spotlighting. As a matter of fact, the business spotlight, not only do we network and communicate with each other and always do a little bit of sales training because entrepreneurs don't get any, but we also feature speakers. Speakers get a 10-minute spot. And I even have, it's short notice, but maybe there's someone that you know of. Maybe Dr. Deborah knows someone. Maybe Byron knows someone.
That's here in Charlotte.
That's here in the Charlotte area that can give a 10-minute talk this Thursday. Yeah. We'll plug them in this Thursday, but I would love to find out about them today or tomorrow at the latest so we can promote them as our featured speaker.
But everybody that comes gets to speak and
Yes.
introduce themselves in their business. And we do encourage that. We encourage you to speak, to sell, to share, to network, and to come out and support one another with your energy. You never know what type of collaborations could ensue or emerge.
That's using the word of the day. Yep. So, were you looking forward to today? Did you get up and say, "Good Lord, it's Monday"? Or did you say, "Good Lord, this is Monday"? The attitude that you took into the day, the attitude that you take from this moment forward is going to have a lot to say about how well your day goes. Because you can decide from this moment forward, what your attitude is going to be.
I don't know what you are doing these days during the day, but that might be a cool deal for you to come out and meet us. Meet us because the courtyard adjacent to the conference room we have is a little tiny courtyard. It would be a cool place to set up a little music and lunch bistro type
you can't
action.
Do that in that shopping center.
No, we could.
No. You gotta get some authority.
I got authority. No, I got approval. I bet you I could. But I bet you I would. So let me know when you might want to do something like that.
Or just even Byron, that's one thing. Byron,
just come out and bring your cards, I
want you to tell you.
Bring your story.
I want Byron to tell us his story. How did he become DJB? How did he become the man that he is today?
Absolutely.
Because he's got daughters.
That's right.
He's raising daughters.
And doing it well.
Yes. And I know for a season he was a single dad. Okay?
I don't know if he is now or not.
I don't know if he is now or not either, but I know for a season he was. But I want to hear your story.
Amen. Byron says we could work at a business franchise. I'm with it. I'll bring the sound, of course. Amen. Let's talk about it and make it happen.
Okay, talk about it, but I want you to speak.
Yes, we do want you to speak. We don't want you to just be behind the thing.
Amen. Okay, Byron. He says single and sexy too.
Okay, say that because the mothers always be saying that. I'm a single mother, but I'm still sexy. Well, he's a single dad and he's still sexy.
Okay.
And what?
Let's go with that then.
And what?
It's 9:37.
It is 9:37 and I missed the moment, but I'm telling you, I found something remarkable this morning because today in African American history, 366 days of historical events and accomplishments by Michael A. Carson. Michael A. Carson. On this day in history, May 18th, 1969, singer and dancer Sammy Davis Jr. became the first African American entertainer to sleep in the White House as a guest. He was known as America's ambassador of goodwill. Davis began his career at the age of 3, performing with his father, Sam Sr., and his uncle, Will Maston. The singer, dancer, and actor appeared on almost every variety show and comedy series on network television between 1956 and 1980.
Sammy Davis Jr., I read 2 biographies of his. Not only when I read his biography, but also read Frank Sinatra's biography as well about that time period. Sammy Davis Jr. at one time was considered the greatest entertainer in the world. Mm-hmm. He was the top entertainer in the world. He didn't go to school after the first grade. Mm-hmm. And even then, he didn't do the whole first grade because he was performing with his dad and uncle. There was a group called the Will Maston Trio. It was a tap dancing and singing and joke telling trio. That's what they did. But he tells a story, and people talk junk about Sammy when he got really, really rich, because he would uh, spend a lot of money and tip big, tip $100 here, tip $100 there, and Sammy's just flashing all his money around and carrying all his money. And his answer was, "I paid my dues." Well, he did pay his dues because there were times when him and his dad and uncle were together, and they would survive a day or two on a grape soda and a candy bar. Okay, between the three men, two grown men and a kid. Okay, they went hungry. When Sammy Davis Jr. went to the military, the first day there, they dogged him out. He was very racist. They painted his chest white because he was trying to be white, is what they said. Now, he's a little guy. He had to deal with so much, and he felt like he paid his dues. Okay, I mean, they used to make him dance for them and all that stuff, and he felt humiliated, but he dealt with it. But you don't know what people come through until you read their whole story. He lost his eye, in a car accident.
Mhm.
You know,
That was that was devastating. The whole story was a little bit devastating, but I always loved him. You know what I think about now, and I think about this, and when I think about it, I feel like, oh my goodness, this must be how the old people felt. But there are whole pockets of entertainment history that is not being brought to our children. I had the opportunity because he was born in 1969, or this happened in 1969. but there are whole pockets of history that if I was living in this world back then, I would not have this had the same exposure because there were certain levels of exposure that were created because of the proximity to them. We had to watch what grandparents were watching. We had to listen to what grandparents were listening to because we didn't have all of this division or separate rooms or separate TVs or podcasts. I could watch my phone. I don't have to listen to what he's listening to, all of these things. And we don't get exposed, or rather, we're not exposing our children in the same way that we were exposed. It wasn't necessarily forced on us. It was like, this is what you listen to. You're listening to nothing.
You had no choice.
Right, that was it. Either this or nothing. Hey, Craig!
I was talking about. I can't see the book.
He was talking about this.
Oh yeah.
That's why I held it up.
Okay, cool. It's called
Today in African American History, 366 Days of Historical Events and Accomplishments.
Okay, Craig,
By
good
Michael
morning
A.
to you.
Carson.
Craig, good morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Now let's all have a great, blessed week on purpose and enjoy it to the fullest. And remember,
you are the greatest.
Thank you, Craig, for saying that. Reminding somebody. Maybe there was one person that just needed Craig to say that today. You are the greatest. Jacqueline says.
Did a little AI work this weekend for my personal pleasure. Found out the word empowerment can be exchanged for the word blessing.
Interesting.
I can proudly call the empowerment duo the blessings duo.
Wow.
A perfect fit because of all the blessings I have experienced.
Again, thank you.
Thank you.
You've been a blessing to us too. If we've been a blessing to you in any way, we're grateful.
Shirley.
Good morning, Shirley Dejanette White. How you doing? She says, good morning, family. I have a busy Monday. I just want to say hello and have a blessed day. Well, you came in on time, Sister Shirley.
Right on time.
Because we're about to do our greeting songs and our greeting logos. This is the most talking I've done in 4 or 5 days.
My electrolytes. My electrolytes. Good gracious. I noticed yesterday I was watching Katura Green on her podcast. No, she was just doing a quick live.
Yeah.
And she was exhausted. She was exhausted, but she told us she was exhausted. What I realized was something that she did that I often realize that I do, not listening to my body as tired as it is and trying to push through. We begin to lose our words. We mumble them or we step over them. And I said, wait a minute, my sister needs to lay down and get some sleep. And I said, oh, what about you?
Yeah. We got to say thank you to our consistent contributors the way we do here. And the way we do it here is with greeting songs and with greeting logos.
That's right.
First today is Uzama Ra. He's got a song.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama, Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama.
I appreciate what you just said.
Yeah.
But what about you? we were sick this week, last Wednesday on, and we were tired yesterday too. We didn't even go to church, and we like to go to church, but we didn't even go because we didn't want to be snot and all that stuff. You
didn't want to be snotty?
She said, Jacqueline said, one more thing.
When I tell folk to be blessed, I'm telling them to be empowered. So cool. Amen.
Up next today is Mr. Eric Heilig. You don't have a song yet. He deserves one. Okay?
That's right.
Eric Heilig, you've been contributing for years. Jay Maddie has a jam too, and it goes, get ready, get ready. Oh, get ready, because Jay comes. Get ready, because Jay comes. Get ready, because Jay comes. Good morning, Jay Maddie. Hey, Mom. Yeah, Brother Calvin Ackland, sometimes life be lifing. Good morning to you again. Thank you for coming in through LinkedIn. Check us out.
Man.
Jacqueline Rosie has a logo. Well, according to Jacqueline, she also has a song.
Jacqueline Rosie, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. I'm so glad that you were mine.
Good morning. Dr. Deborah Dustin's got a jam too, but I wanted to incorporate her new roles and stuff if we can figure out how to do it.
I am going to see if I can find it.
The premier nonprofit partner, okay? Okay, her song, Dr. Deborah, so Dr. Deborah, the premier nonprofit founder, partner,
and funding coach.
We're gonna make it fit.
We gotta fit it. We gotta work on it. Amen. We gotta work on it. I'm Jacqueline.
McDougal, you deserve a jam too, man. You've been coming through for years. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Now we can all have a great day. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. How you doing, my sister?
Good morning.
Craig Saab has a jam too. It goes, Craig Saab, 1,000 degrees. You'll be on your knees and you'll be burning, begging, please. Brother Freeze, Craig. You borrow your VCR so I can dub a thing.
Wait a minute. We ready.
Swallow. Shirley Dijonette, Wyatt will rock you. Shirley Dijonette, Wyatt will rock you. Good morning, Shirley Dijonette, Wyatt. I don't think I'm out of the woods 100% yet. I'm tired now.
You're not.
But I have a 10:30. I gotta shine. 12:30. I gotta shine.
And if you had stayed in the bed this weekend, right, then you might be ready to shine.
Now you say it. You didn't say it this weekend. You said it after the fact. You didn't say it yesterday.
I did. I didn't force it because you're grown.
I'm a grown ass man, dog. I ain't finna call no another dude delicious. Grown ass man. Thank you guys for joining us today. I appreciate your commentary, and you made this show so much more fun. Made the show much more impactful.
And we are
because of what you contributed.
And we are so grateful for Jay's picking up the mantle and covering for us. He offered, he covered, he conquered. I'm telling you.
He offered it too. He said, look, I know y'all sick. I got you. I got your back. Your back is got. Oh, Jay, Maddie, yay.
And it was good. I'm excited and I'm grateful. Hopefully, sans snot. Because I do not want to bring any.
Yeah, we seen this. Did we buy our cruise?
No, you don't have your freaking passport yet. I'm not buying nothing until you get confirmation that it's ready.
But you put me on blast louder?
You asked me live because I ain't going to.
All you had to say was no, we didn't buy the tickets yet. Okay, but we're going to
come and get him. Okay, Jay, you can come and get him.
That's all you had to say.
I think he needs a weekend.
You didn't have to do all of that
with Brother Jay.
I would love to have a weekend with Jay. That'd be awesome. A retreat with me and Jay, that would be amazing. That would be great. We get away from our wives.
Oh, wow.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Monday, we often say, because we both are entrepreneurial and we both are coaches, both are educators, both are speakers. We encourage everybody to put yourself, especially if you're an entrepreneur too, put yourself on a 5 day work week, Monday through Friday. And anything you do on the weekends is considered bonus. But you build your business Monday through Friday. If you can't build your business Monday through Friday, it means that you're an inefficient use of your time or inefficient manager of your time and your resources. So you wanna do that Monday through Friday. Now the cool thing about Monday through Friday is 5 full working days. Monday is the first day of the 5. I consider Monday, my wife considers Monday the most important day of your work week. Why? Because Monday sets the pace for your week.
It's how you emerge.
It's how you emerge. Use the word again now. Also, if you have a good Monday or productive Monday, it puts less pressure on the rest of the week.
Absolutely.
If you have a poor Monday, it puts more pressure on the rest of the week to have a winning week. So to have
You're
that,
pulling, pushing instead of pushing.
yeah. So I mean, if you have to gear yourself up to work really hard of any of the days, let that day be Monday, because you want to go to bed satisfied with your work efforts on a Monday. So we do wish you guys to recognize Monday's the day to set the pace for your week. Sister Shirley D. Jeanette Wyatt says,
love everyone, and we love you all too. Thank you guys for being out with us
gotta
on
go.
this magnificent motivational Monday. And in the meantime, and in between time, don't forget to have sex. Because it's good.